Good morning, everyone. Here I have the key to this 2018 Fiat 500. I saw this the other day, and I thought it would actually be kind of fun to do. I never really drove a car this small before, so I thought it'd be kind of an interesting experience. This is the pop trim level, so I will go over the equipment when we get inside the vehicle, and all the additional options that comes with it. Nice wheels on it. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the trunk here. Gonna unlock it. Look at this little hatch. This is adorable. Beats audio. That's one of the additional options. There's nothing really under there. I didn't think there was, but wanted to double check. Jeez, look at this. This is kind of a learning experience for both of us. I just kind of grabbed this and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a video on this. Press that. Okay, seats fold flat, I'm assuming, if you have the headrests down. Oh yeah, cool. Okay. This cargo cover got messed up a little bit. There we go. There's a little pull strap here. Cool. This is a neat little thing. Looks kind of aggressive in the back with that diffuser on it and the little single exit exhaust. Let's pop the hood here. There we go. Right here. So under the hood, we have a 1.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It makes 138 horsepower, or sorry, I'm sorry, 135 horsepower and 158 pound-feet of torque. So it's a torquey little thing. It's paired to a 5-speed manual, so I'm excited for that. And fuel economy is really good. You get 28 miles a gallon around town and 33 miles a gallon on the highway. So I mean, for as small as the car is, I will say I was kind of expecting a little better fuel economy out of it. But by today's standards, still good. This is a cute little thing. Alright, let's hop inside here. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Being a two-door, completely forgot. I gotta test the back seat out. So, right here, move that forward. I'll try to get the seat back to where it was before. Oh man, smacked my head. Oh, geez, knocked my camera off here. I'm trying to, I don't know if I can really, I don't think I can make this go. Actually, you know what? I can. There we go. Well, about what you would expect. For what it's worth, I mean, I'm only 5'8", and my head is hitting the back of the ceiling here a little bit. Not hateful for how small the car is, but it's definitely, I mean, I think the seat's all the way back anyway, but I'm definitely touching. So I can't necessarily say, I could probably tolerate this for really, really short trips, but if we're going to like somewhere 2-3 hours away at least, I probably won't have a good time. So, but yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, there we go. Well, all right. Let's go back in here. Put that over there. Got some armrests here, which is kind of nice. All right, let's start this thing up. Right off the bat, what I actually do like about this car, and some people might think differently, I like that the shifter is mounted on the console. I think that makes it really easy going from the steering wheel down to the shifter. There's not really a whole lot of travel versus it being on the floor. I think that's a great idea. I love that. Feels super, super comfortable. It feels natural. Turn the headlights on. Almost out of gas, but that's okay. You got a sport mode. There's all your climate settings. It does have automatic climate control. That is an added option on top of the pop trim level. You do have your radio. Yeah, volume's right there. Beats audio is pretty sweet. Okay, windshield wipers are there. Both of the windows are these buttons here. In the middle, your fog lights are right there. Single zone climate, but it is automatic. And another option is also these seats. It said the black and gray seats, Nero and Grigio, I think is what they call it, because it's an Italian name. I think these seats are optional according to the window sticker, the Beats audio, and the single zone automatic climate control. So that's neat. Man, actually, you know what? I was gonna say my head got decent headroom up front, just in the back. It leaves a little to be desired. But you have a USB down here, your aux outlet, e-brakes right there. You have a couple cup holders in the middle. You got about 4 of them there, but that's about it. The glove box is small, but it's a decent size. You got a USB in there even for charging. All right. Okay, I think we're ready to go here. Oh yeah, oh, the rear view mirror is auto dimming. That's another option that's on this. That doesn't normally come with it. Okay, get buckled here. And we are ready to go. Put it in first. Gear shifter is super, super smooth and soft. So shifting has not been an issue yet. All right, let's go. Clutch is super easy to bite. You don't really have to give it any throttle. You start slowly letting off the clutch and it just starts going right away. So I have a feeling, even though this car isn't very powerful, that doesn't really matter because this car weighs like nothing. So I'm sure getting onto the highway won't be any issue. Yeah, this is super easy to shift. I could see this being a really fun car to drive, honestly. Especially if you get the Abarth version. You get a little bit of road noise, but that's kind of what I expected. Honestly, comfort, the seats are decent. You definitely feel like you're driving a small car. I don't feel claustrophobic, but it definitely feels small. So we're going to put this thing in sport mode and see how it handles around turns down here. that's okay. Sport mode. Oh, it changes the RPMs too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's boost pressure. That's sweet. It doesn't give a readout, but it shows you with a red checkered flag. Oh, wow. No kidding. It is a really good thing this thing weighs as much as it does when it turns sport mode off. It's a good thing it weighs as little as it does, I meant to say, because this thing is... That thing got on it pretty quick. Wow. Gearing's good. Actually sounds pretty decent for a little 4-cylinder here. Ooh, starting on a hill, this is going to be fun. Rest in peace, clutch. Oh, no kidding. It has hill hold. Never mind, we're good. So far, pretty impressed by the performance of this thing so far. And this isn't even the Abarth model. Light and nimble. Rev matching's pretty easy in this too. Third and fourth is super close together. That sounds pretty good. Man, I could see doing a couple things to this. You could really make a rocket out of this thing. Alright, well, from driving on back roads, before we do the on-ramp test here, my interpretation from driving on back roads, the suspension is definitely a little rough. You definitely feel a lot of the bumps. So not the best feeling car for suspension I've driven, but handles pretty good. I'll start out in a second here. All right. Here we go. Sounds pretty good. I mean, I think this thing stickered brand new back in 18 for like, I want to say it was like 18,730, something like that. This has 52,000 miles on it. You can pick something like this up for probably nowadays around like 14, 15 grand. Which I mean, for the fuel economy, if you really would like a car this small and performs, I mean, this wouldn't be too bad of an option. Me personally, this is way too small of a car for me. It's really, really small. It's not quite as small as a smart car, but this is still pretty tiny. I don't think I could drive this every single day. It'd be fun to take out once in a while. So, I mean, if you want to buy this as like a second car, maybe this wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I mean, I like it, all in all. I think the only thing deterring me would be the size. Drives pretty good on the highway. Drives a lot better on the highway than it does back roads. The suspension doesn't really do back roads any justice. Okay. It does have a small backup camera. And the ladder's turned with the wheel. Cool. Well, that was excuse me, that was definitely an interesting drive. Like I said, I think for me, the car's a little bit small. So, I mean, it's a little jelly bean, let's be honest here. But performance-wise, did great. Handling was great. Suspension, not bad on highways. Not really good on back roads. You feel every single bump in the road. But if you don't care about that, it's not... I guess it wouldn't be too bad for you. But yeah, all in all, this is a pretty interesting experience for me. Never really drove a car this small before, but I enjoyed it. I thought this was really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. And as always, thank you to Blaise Alexander Chevy for allowing me to showcase their vehicles. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you letting me do this. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.